We are back with another Q&A. The last time we did a Q&A was the one we did during... Was I pregnant or was it
Been
after?
probably 4 or 5 months.
Yeah. It was after we answered a bunch of pregnancy-related questions. So we thought it would be a good time to do a life update. I posted Ask Us Anything on Instagram and I will post one on YouTube. And
So we got a lot of questions.
We have a lot of questions, new questions, some juicy questions, a lot of baby-related and family-related questions. So yeah.
And some questions we've never answered before.
Is River more attached to mom or dad?
To mom. 100%. Look, she's got a smile on. You know what? I'll tell you something. Remember when we did that video of like the crawling and the river came to me first? Alana was like a little distraught. Like at first she was like, I can't believe you didn't come to me first.
I gave birth to him.
but listen.
I also wasn't upset because
he's a mama's boy. Like through and through, he will want Alana over me any day. Like if we're both hanging on a ledge and he had to choose, I'm falling. Like for sure. Yes.
Okay. He is attached to us in different ways. Overall, he's a mama's boy. And I think it's because he's breastfed, so he knows that I'm his food source and that he will starve if he's not a mama's boy.
Dude, he cannot go to sleep without you in bed.
Okay, he cannot go to sleep. Yeah, that is
Like
correct.
last night, I'm in bed with him and we're trying to go to sleep and she goes to brush her teeth before bed. And he will not stop, be like, Mama, Mama, Mama.
He
and
thinks I'm gonna leave him.
She's just brushing her teeth, man. She'll be back in a second. Mama, Mama. Like, will not stop. I'm like, oh my God. He's obsessed.
Okay, so that is
He's obsessed.
true.
He's
But I feel like our attachments are different. So mine, he's attached to me more like it's a comfort thing, like nurturing. You know, she's my food source. She puts me to sleep. And dad's more like when he's in a playful mood and he wants to play around and be thrown around, he chooses dad.
I've also kind of noticed that he tends to want me to carry him when there's a lot of people around. Like he feels like a little bit like more
Safer.
secure. Yeah, safer.
Like if we're outside and it kind of gets overwhelming and there's a lot of
Yeah.
people, he'll reach out for dad. Like, you know, like take me away from this crowd.
Which is nice. Actually, I'll tell you something, and I said this to Alana the other day. I know we're getting a little off track here, but when someone else, like we were around a bunch of friends or whatever, and they wanted to hold him, and when they hold him, sometimes he'll like reach out for like me or Alana, and I was just telling her, I was like, that's like the greatest feeling in the world is like your baby just like being like, I just want my mom
Mom and dad.
And I was like,
you realize that your parents.
even though you're like, oh, no, River, stay with them, it's okay. And then, but he's like wanting you. It's like a really nice. I feel like I'm not articulating this perfect.
But that's kind of nice because at least you recognize it where his mom and dad.
Yeah. But what I was trying to say is just a good feeling when your baby like wants to just you to hold them.
This one's so funny. I've laughed when I read this question.
You say,
Do you dislike your husband sometimes? I think dislike is a strong word. I wouldn't say I ever like dislike him. Obviously, in every relationship, there are times that you get annoyed with your other half, and anyone that says
What?
they don't,
you get annoyed with me?
keep quiet.
I'm not an annoying
Anyone
person.
that says that they don't is lying. Okay.
Listen,
But I will say this, considering how much time we spend together, we spend, I think, 95% of the time together. The only time we're not together is when he goes for a shower, he's taking a poo or something.
okay, let's take it easy here.
But
Jesus.
he is the only person, I think, that I've ever met that I can spend so much time with and not get, because sometimes when you spend time with someone too much, you get like on each other's nerves. But with him, I feel like I don't because you neutralize me.
Damn, I wish I could say the same.
It's so annoying. Like if I'm anxious, he's the calm. If I'm angry, he's the happy.
You're doing good. Keep going.
To answer your question, he does annoy me sometimes, but I do not. I
But
don't
what-
think I've ever disliked
Give an
him.
example. When do I annoy you? Let's
I
go.
don't think I've ever thought like, oh my god, like I really dislike this guy. I don't think I don't think in the 5 years that
Well, that's
has ever
good. I hope
crossed my
not.
head. Like,
I hope
oh my
not.
god, like I dislike him. so
Like I
much.
messed up. Why did I marry him?
Yeah, that's never crossed my head to answer your question. So I've never thought that. Only I've thought like,
That's
oh
good.
my
That's good
god,
to
like
know.
he's
Thank
really
God.
being a little pain in the butt now. Huh? Like that's about the extent.
Well, sometimes, okay, I know an example. Like, okay, sometimes I want to shut off at a certain point. Alana has trouble shutting off. And sometimes I'll come and I'll mess with her and I'll be like, it's time to shut up. It's time to shut up. And then she'll get annoyed.
Can you tell them what shut off means? Because they don't. What contact shut off with work?
So like at work.
With work.
Yeah.
That's what they say that.
So like.
Shut off with work.
Like it'll be like 8 p.m. I'm like, can we just like shut off? Like we've been working all day. Let's just take it easy. And she's still like, no. Listen, there's this email I got to.
I'm a workaholic.
I'm like, dude,
I have an issue switching
take
off.
it easy. Yeah, you need to switch
Like
off.
I'm on 7 days a week, even Saturday, Sunday, and I was like Monday to Friday guy. And Saturday, Sunday, he's like, do not talk to me about an edit. Do not talk to me about a brand deal. Do not talk to me about a contract. And I'm like, it has to be done now. I think that's the only thing that we like get a little like, he's like, Alana, you need to stop. And I'm like, no, it has to be done now.
Yeah, I don't know. I need balance. I need balance
You need
personally.
balance.
Yeah, I need balance. Or else I'll just be like not happy. So
How much do you earn from YouTube and Instagram in a month? All we can say is that how much we make is more than enough to live the life that you guys are seeing online. We are completely financially independent. We pay all our bills. We have saved up enough to buy a house. We have bought our car. So it's enough, a little more than enough to live the life that you see. If that gives, answers the question a little bit. Without,
and the goal is like within 5 years, if we're on the right path, we would never have to work again if we didn't want to. So.
Yeah. So making enough to pay our bills, fill our bellies with food, and save and invest the rest.
This ideology was passed down to me through like my father and my grandfather, because my grandfather was actually a very wealthy man, but nobody knew that he was a wealthy man. Like he would wear the most raggedy clothes and drive like just the beat down car, but the guy was a millionaire and like had so many and came from, I mean, you know the background story. I don't need to go into too much detail, but came from like a lot of wealth, but never wanted that lifestyle for his kids.
He didn't wear his money.
Yeah, he never wore his money, never did anything. And I don't know, that's just kind of like, and he told my dad, and my dad told me, you never talk about like finances with anybody. And he never did. He never even told his own children until they were older.
I love that.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just something that's always like stuck with me. And I just felt like he said, you don't talk about two things. You don't talk about finances and you don't talk about politics. Because people are just so invested in those two things, and then they start to put you in categories, and you don't ever want to be like put in like certain categories or like looked down upon or up upon in any certain way. You just kind of just want to be neutral. And
I feel like my dad's the same.
yeah,
He's like, I think my parents are pretty like simple in the terms of like how, my dad won't wear flashy clothes or like designer stuff. Like I think anyone that's seen my dad on this YouTube has seen him in his blue underwear, which is his uniform, and his little raggedy t-shirt that he loves. And
we need to get him.
no
on the
matter
YouTube
how
channel.
much I think money he's made in his life, he's never like, been like flashy in your face with, I think, clothes and stuff.
What is your favorite baby product?
This one's easy. You don't realize how important a good baby carrier is till you have a baby that is too heavy to carry with one arm.
He's getting big.
Instead of talking about this, I'm just going to show you my current favorite baby product. Also, we just got this baby carrier from Mom Cozy, and it's a baby carrier and a hip seat all in one. So there's 6 ways you can use this, and it's been such a lifesaver traveling with this. So right now he's kind of in his like active mode, so he doesn't really want to be strapped in, so it's nice to just have him on this, and when we're on the go I just attach the straps and he is in a carrier. This is so nice because it like takes all the weight off your back. And my favorite part, wait, the storage. I have my phone, a clean diaper, a cloth, and a toy for emergencies. I think that's probably my favorite part, because regular baby carriers don't really have storage, so it's nice on the go when you don't want to carry this diaper bag, have all the storage. So these are the 6 ways that you could use it. If your baby is sleeping, you can hold him sideways. You can use it as a regular hip seat, so you just like this. You can use it forward facing. And then if you want to transform it into a regular carrier, you just have this attachment. It takes like 5 seconds to snap on, and yeah, that's it. Setting it up is super simple. You just zip the top half to the bottom and then cross the shoulders, clip it in, and you're done. And that's it. He's like, bah.
I actually think this is like one of his favorites.
This might be his favorite.
Yeah.
This was the most asked question. I think even for you, right?
What's the most asked question?
Second baby? Question mark.
Ooh, second baby.
Obviously,
Listen.
everyone knows that we're gonna have more than one baby.
We don't even know. We didn't even know the first one was coming. The best surprise. I feel like the second one is probably going to be a surprise too.
Yeah,
We don't-
I mean,
we weren't-
honestly, I feel like we're both strong believers, and like when stuff has to happen, it happens, and the universe will line up like the perfect,
Yeah.
you know. We aren't actively trying to have a second baby. We're just kind of enjoying this time with River. I love, like, you know, just spending time with him one-on-one. I feel like having a second baby now,
Yeah, that's kind of. I feel like
you
it'd
know,
be kind of wild.
it will. And then dividing that time. So of course there's gonna be a second baby, maybe a third baby, but not
No,
anytime.
Yeah, we're not planning right now, and I think there'll become a point where there's like a threshold of how old he gets, where we're like, okay, if we haven't had one by now, we'll start trying.
We thought, yeah.
That threshold might be 2-3 years
Yeah.
old.
I think 2 years is a good gap, considering
Yeah.
2 years plus you're pregnant for 9 months, so that's.
Yeah.
And that also allows us to like really be present for those 2 years. Because I feel like those 2 years are so precious and they go by so quick, you know.
Yeah.
Everyone's asking what camera you use to shoot. There's so many questions about what we shoot on.
I have lots of cameras. The main one that we shoot on is a Canon R5 Mark II. Also shoot on a Blackmagic 6K full frame. We also have a bunch of like film cameras for photos, and then we have a small little Samsung digital. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff, but our main camera is the one I already said. So, moving on.
All the pictures on my feed, most of them are the camera
Same.
that we're shooting this on.
Yeah, Mark II.
Um,
R5
that I
Mark II.
love.
Yeah.
Just like, it's my favorite.
My favorite camera though was the 1DX Mark II. That like the first camera I was using when we got together.
I know, yeah.
Camera's so pretty, but the video just sucks, so we had to.
This
tie
is
it
good
up.
for video and video.
Yeah.
I like it. Is Ivor the creative behind your IG profile, my Instagram basically? Everyone thinks that you have designed like my grid, that you are the complete like visionary behind it.
Well, I've shot everything.
Which is funny because it's actually quite like light pastel and feminine. I think it's the opposite of you.
Yeah, no. Actually, if you look at my feed,
That's you.
that's me.
Which is the opposite of what my feed
Which
is.
I would try to do with Alana. She will not take my advice on it at all, but I've tried to be like, let's shoot film, let's be a little artistic. And she's like, nope, this is my way, I'm doing this. I'm like, all right, fine.
My Instagram is my complete vision. In terms of execution, I wouldn't be able to do it without Ivor. So I think it's like, I would say a collaboration, but most overall, it's my Instagram feed is my vision. Like I will choose the outfits, the color palette, with the
Yeah.
shoot, like how everything's staged, set design, everything like is my vision. And I was more like, the
Well, I just make sure that it looks the way you want it to.
yeah, like lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
That's it.
You are like, I want it to look like this, and then I'm like, all right, I'll make it look like this. Have you ever been worried about your privacy on the internet? Sometimes worried about from like a safety perspective. So like, I'll tell Alana, like if we are somewhere, you know, I'll try to not give like live updates of like where we're at, you know, like, oh, we're at this restaurant like right now. We always like try to post everything like later on when we've left like the area. Are most of your friends single? Why don't we see you with other couples? You see us with couples?
No, I feel like that's a part of our life we don't film, so people just assume that we don't have other couple friends. Because all your friends, most of your friends are
Most
married.
of my friends are married.
And they have babies.
Yeah, we just don't really film with them.
And the other ones are either in relationships. But I feel like that part of our lives we don't really film.
Yeah, we really just film like more like your side.
Yeah, just like when we come to India, more family. The thing is, you have to also, when you have a YouTube channel, you have to be also respectful that not everyone is comfortable being filmed.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Not everyone is comfortable when you walk into the house and you barge in with the camera and you're filming their lives and their spaces and their houses and their children, right?
Yeah.
Because I've also seen a few comments about why do you guys always post your family, my family, and not your family? Why don't you do more vlogs? I was extended family. And I don't think people have to realize that my family is a little more comfortable being on camera, but your extended family, they're not used to having cameras in their face all the time, you know?
Yeah.
This is a new thing to them, and they've been great. with us, you know, allowing us to film their lives in their personal spaces. But I think, like, to answer your question about our friends, like, why don't we hang around, show, you know, our friends, Ivor's friends, and, you know, even a lot of our friends here, we don't show a lot because not everyone is comfortable either.
Yeah, and sometimes you just want to chill with your friends, like you're.
And yeah, sometimes you just wanna, like, that is not work. That's where we unwind and just, you know, hang out and catch up, and we don't want to put a camera up.
Yeah, we try to just film moments that we can look back on and like appreciate and love, and that is also like that you guys would enjoy.
Like family.
But if like we
vlogs.
got a couple friends coming over just to shoot the shit, then we're
Yeah,
not gonna film
like you
it.
just want to play like some Mario Kart and just stuff your face with popcorn. There's like nothing really to see, right?
You're a popcorn stuffer for sure. Ivor's favorite Indian food. It has to be a boneless mutton biryani for
I was
sure.
gonna say that it has.
100%.
It's so funny how he said boneless. Nothing. It's hilarious
I
because
hate
nothing
bones.
pisses Ivor more than when there's bones in the food. So he'll get a biryani that's really good, and he'll see there's bones in it, and he'll just be like, "Yeah, nah, I can't eat this.
I don't do that. You're making
I
me
can't
sad.
eat. No, like I can't get through the bones. Like this full-grown man can't get through the bones. Like he can't take the meat off the bones. It's not happening.
Well,
Has to be
sometimes
boneless.
just sometimes I want to eat with a fork, and when
It's
there's
too
bones in there,
much.
you have to eat with your hands.
It's too much of a demon to tackle for him to get through the bones.
Yeah, it's just I don't know.
It's just
I'm just
funny.
not a bone guy.
It's funny because it's such a simple thing. You just debone the chicken and eat it.
No,
But it's
I'm
like-
just you know what I'm really worried about is I don't like I want there to be like my food to feel safe. And you know what? And I'll tell you, this is literally my logic. I don't want to be thinking every time I take a scoop of food, there's gonna be a random bone that's gonna
You'll
like
choke on.
I'm gonna choke on. Yeah, I don't like that feeling like that. I don't like that security. Like I want there to be like a sense of security with my food, like the bone. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I know what you mean.
All right. Sorry, I'm probably gonna piss some people off. I'll do a boneless mutton biryani. I'm ordering boneless mutton biryani.
My
right now.
mom just asked us what we want to eat. So I said I'm gonna have Chinese chicken rice.
And I'm having
And
boneless.
I
mutton
was
biryani.
having boneless in capital biryani.
Okay, that wraps up the first half of the video. We are gonna do a part 1 and part 2 for this. You're currently watching part 1. Part 2 is coming. So if you're interested, go watch it, and we'll see you next time.